anderem lassen, auf den ich ganz, ganz stolz bin, weil sie hat den Call heute organisiert. Ja, nicht ich hatte hier die heftigen Connections, sondern es war die liebe Sarah. Ja, Sarah echt eine gute Freundin und Geschäftspartnerin, die hier schon seit einiger Zeit mit uns zusammen durchzieht. Und ich bin extrem dankbar, dass sie Cash für uns heute organisiert hat. Und deswegen werde ich sie auf jeden Fall mal ins Stimmen hier in Aachen bei Jam am Start. Freue mich auf jeden Fall auch von dir hier das Edifying hören zu dürfen. Und deswegen würde ich sagen, übergebe ich das Wort an dich und du kannst auf jeden Fall loslegen.
Hey, erstmal an alle, mega nice, dass ihr alle am Start seid, ja, dass ihr euch Sonntag wirklich hinsetzt und die Informationen euch holt. Ganz kurz zu mir, so vielleicht kennt mich nicht jeder. Ich bin Sarah, ich bin 26 Jahre alt und ich war schon mal vor 2,5 Jahren bei IM, also 2018 schon relativ, ziemlich am Anfang am Start. Und ihr müsst euch vorstellen, ich habe damals Cartier kennengelernt, ja. Das war bei der Miami Convention im September 2018 und da war er noch P2K. Ja, da war Cartier P2K und wir haben uns kennengelernt und sind seitdem ganz gut in Kontakt. Und was ich einfach zu ihm sagen kann, ja, ist, dass er wirklich, also wenn ich an ihn denke, denke ich wirklich an Team Culture, weil er ist wirklich derjenige, der extrem Team Culture aufgebaut hat in dieser Branche und hier bei IM. Und ganz kurz zu ihm so, ich weiß nicht, vielleicht sind auch ein paar neue Leute hier und die kennen ihn noch nicht so richtig. So Cartier kommt aus Dallas und ihr müsst euch vorstellen, sein Leben war auch nicht immer sage ich mal, so einfach wie jetzt oder so wie es jetzt scheint, so er hat Erfolg, er ist Chairman 50, sondern er kommt wirklich auch von ganz weit unten und ihr könnt auf jeden Fall sehr viel von ihm lernen, ja, und egal, wo ihr jetzt in eurem Leben steht, so, ihr könnt es drauf haben, ja, ihr könnt es drauf haben, egal was euch in eurem Leben passiert, ihr könnt es schaffen, wenn ihr wirklich Hingabe zeigt, wenn ihr wirklich hier Gas gebt in diesem Business. Und zum Beispiel ich könnte auch jetzt schon viel weiter sein. Ja, ich war eben vor 2 Jahren schon dabei, hatte aber ein Jahr einen Break und bin jetzt erst seit 2 Monaten wieder am Start. Aber ganz ehrlich, Leute, so zu Cartier, ja, hey, er war früher im Gefängnis, ja. Er war obdachlos. Er hat so viele Sachen durchgemacht. Letztes Jahr im Januar ist seine Schwester verstorben, seine Oma verstorben. 1 Monat bzw. ein paar Tage später ist seine Mutter verstorben durch einen Autounfall. Dieser Mensch hat wirklich sehr viel durchgemacht. Und er hat genau in dieser Zeit aber nicht aufgegeben, sondern er hat sich genau in dieser Zeit gesagt, hey, gerade jetzt gebe ich Gas. Gerade jetzt, wenn alles schwer ist, gebe ich Gas. Ich muss trotzdem für mein Team da sein. Ich muss trotzdem Verantwortung für mein Team übernehmen. Und das hat er auf jeden Fall gemacht, ja. Und deswegen ganz kurz zu ihm noch, zu seinen Rängen, ja. Er war eben im Juli 2018 war er noch P2K. So, dann müsst ihr euch vorstellen, im Januar war er unranked. Er war unranked, er hatte keinen Rang mehr, er hat komplett sein Team ist zusammengekracht. Und genau in der Zeit, wo eben diese Tragödie bei ihm in der Familie war, hat er sein P5 aufgebaut. Und im Juni 2019 war er Chairman 10, ein paar Monate später war er Chairman 25, ein paar Monate später war er Chairman 50, innerhalb von einem halben Jahr. Also ihr wisst, so egal wie schlimm irgendwas passiert ist, so Leute, ihr einfach durchziehen und diese Hingabe aufbauen. Und was ich letztens so wirklich gehört habe, ist, wenn du dich erniedrigst, wirst du erhöht. Deswegen baut eine Hingabe auf für euer Team, ja, und ja, let's go, also keine Ahnung, es geht jetzt um Cartier Chairman 50, so schiebt mal alle hier wirklich eine Welle, macht Flammen rein, 7er, keine Ahnung was, irgendwas, so dreht mal komplett durch und ich bin wirklich so unendlich dankbar, dass ich ihn kennengelernt habe damals und wirklich diese Entwicklung von ihm gesehen habe. Ich bin wirklich sehr stolz auf ihn und yes, Cash.
Ready for me?
Anne, hey.
You ready for me?
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you for your time, Cash. Thank you that you, that you speak your knowledge with us. I've believed in you since the first day we met, you know. I have told you many times, I know that you will be chairman. Yeah, I know that you will be one of the best leaders in this company, and you are one of the best leader of this company. I appreciate you so much, and yes, my team and the others. And you're such a good soul and such a good person. Let's go.
Let's go!
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. What's up, everybody? Yo, this is crazy. I've known Sarah now for a long time, actually. And what she's saying was completely true. I met her. I think I talked to her a few times before we actually met in person in Miami. And, you know, I remember she just always kept telling me that she thought I was going to be someone. And I was just I think a P2K at the time. I might have just hit P2K before I even talked to her. And she was always telling me, like, you know, I know you're going to be someone. You know, I know you're going to be someone. I know you're going to be a top leader in the company. And she was saying that to me for years, when I wasn't, nobody really knew who I was. There's a lot of other chairmen. I wasn't a big deal. And honestly, I was already in the company for a very long time, and everybody kind of passed me up. So I was in the, I joined IAM, you know, I would probably say I was probably one of the first 300 people in the company. And everybody that I came in with, they all hit chairman years before me. And I was sitting at P2000. And then, you know, long story short, 3 years later, still up, you know, I'm at P2000, met Sarah. She continued to say, you know, I believe in you. And then there was a period of time where I think that I think I got rid of my Facebook, didn't talk to her for like maybe a year, ended up seeing her on Instagram. I think I ended up hitting chairman, and she randomly inboxed me and said, I knew you'd be someone. I'm just getting like teary-eyed thinking about it. So it's just crazy to have that much support from somebody, you know, before you actually make it, because at the time I never actually believed I would hit chairman. So Sarah, I love you. Germany, I love all of you guys. I'm very excited to be on this call, and let's go ahead and rock it. First of all, I just want to say thank you guys for having me on this call. I know that, you know, being a top leader in the company, I know that you don't want to just put your team in front of just anybody. So I just want to let you guys know that I sincerely respect all of you. I respect your leaders. And I'm just going to go ahead and give as much value as possible on this call. Love you guys in the chat box. Y'all, you know, Germany's always asking me to go over culture, but y'all's culture is fucking lit. So I don't really need, I feel like I don't really need to go over culture, but let's get it. You guys, let's go. My name is Cartier. I'm a chairman 50 now here in IAM Mastery Academy, right? Been doing this now for, like I said, for about 5 years. And, you know, honestly, the journey has been insane, right? I'm going to get a little bit more into my story here in the back half of things. But right now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and tap right in and start off. I like to start off with a little bit of mindset, because I believe and I know that it's not about the skills. It's not just about the skills. It's about the mindset, because if you don't have the correct mindset when it comes to this business, you're not going to do that well. And the reason why is because most of us, we come in here and we act like it's a network marketing company, and we act like we just want to recruit people. And the problem with that is that if you're just coming in this company acting as if you only paid $235 US dollars, 325 US dollars or whatever, right? The problem is that that's not a lot of money for a business, right? That's not a lot of money for an actual business. And so what you got to be thinking is I invested $1 million for this opportunity. I always start my call off saying this exact same thing, because most of us, what we do is we come in here, we don't take this serious, and because we only paid $325, $235, and we just want to maybe learn a couple of tricks or whatever to get us to, you know, chairman. And it's not that simple, right? Everyone's always wanting to know what the sauce is or the secret to getting to chairman. And the secret is to run it like a multi-million-dollar business. That's the secret, right? And you've got to have that mindset. So with that part being said, it's not about how much money you paid, right? It's about how much money that you can get out of it. If you look at your mom and pop shop, if you look at the little businesses that are probably around your house, etc., please understand that those individuals paid millions of dollars for that business, yet chairmans make way more money, or the same amount of money is a lot of these multi-million-dollar businesses that people invest millions of dollars for, right? So we make the same amount of money, but we only paid $235. We only paid $325. So if you look at it like that, right? It's actually insane to think how much money we're able to make from a $235 investment. But you also got to realize that it's going to take the same amount of work ethic, right, to get this business up, just like it would be to get any other business up. And a lot of us, we just think we're just going to have a little bit of fun, learn a couple of tricks, and we're going to hit chairman, okay? Now, I want you guys to look at the volume for chairman. Chairman volume is 72,500 in volume, right? Now, if you do the math on that, okay, if you do the math on that, and that's just volume, by the way, it's actually more, it'd be more actual money than 72,500, right? So if you were to take, let's just say $200, and you times it by 500, that comes out to be $100,000, right? $100,000. Now, that's going to be for the month. That's 500 active people, right, within your organization. Let's just say that. So that's $100,000. You times that by 12, right? And that comes out to be, right, just over $1 million. That means that as a Chairman 10, you are running $1 million a year business. And a lot of us do not think like that, right? So understand that if you want to hit chairman, it's got to be exactly like that. Now, I always say this as well. If you paid $1 million for this business, you're not going to be going out saying, I'm going to go chill with my mom. I'm going to have family time. I'm going to go out on a date. My girlfriend's mad at me. My boyfriend's mad at me. You're going to be like, yeah, I understand. I understand. My girlfriend, my boyfriend's mad at me. My wife and my husband, they wanted to spend time with me, but I got to go up to them and let them know I paid $1 million for a business, right? So again, if you actually invested $1 million, you're not going to be saying, I want to have family time right now. You're not going to be saying, I'm going to go chill and have take a day off. You're going to be thinking, I paid $1 million. I better go get my $1 million back, or I'm going to be very broke. I'm going to fail and my business is going to tank. You're going to do anything and everything to make sure that business is off the ground. You're going to be working for 18 hours. You're going to be working for 20 hours a day, trying to get that business off the ground and profitable, right? And if you think about that, that is how you have to, that's the mindset you have to get this business off the ground. I always tell everyone as well, it's about your environment, right? So change your bedroom, change your house, find a place inside your house and turn it into an office to run it like the multi-million-dollar business that it is, right? I always tell everyone this as well. When I wake up, I'm not in sweatpants. I don't do the sweatpants thing. I get in sweats when my day is over. I dress up for the day, right? Because at the end of the day, when I wake up, I know that I got to be cash Cartier, right? A multi-million-dollar business owner, right? So when you wake up, are you waking up and are you dressing for success? Remember, whatever you're doing, you're conveying to the universe. We know about law of attraction, but a lot of the things that we do contradict, right, the law of attraction. So what I mean by that is how are you going to be saying that you want to make $1 million, but you're waking up in sweatpants, right? How are you saying that you want to make millions of dollars, but you're waking up, you're putting on sweats, you're being lazy, you're chilling? You've got to wake up and dress for success if you are a multi-million-dollar business owner. So throughout the whole day, you need to be dressed up. You women, I always tell everyone, I know it sucks that you got to put makeup on and all that other stuff, but if I'm you, I'm going to make sure every day I'm all done up. If I'm a woman, that's what I would do. Men, right? I don't know what you got to do, but what I'm telling you is you should get up, make sure you get your hair done, right? Whatever, shave, etc., and making sure that you're actually feeling successful. You want to be feeling successful. So why am I yelling? Because I fucking talk loud, right? So with that part being said, okay, it's called energy. Facts. Just turn it down or just get off. You're fine, right? So sorry, y'all, I'm a savage. So anyways, with that part being said, okay, you want to be feeling the part. You want to be feeling successful. You want to be dressing the part, okay? Now, the next thing you got to be doing, right, is you're going to have your affirmations, etc. I always tell everyone, it's not just about the affirmations, though. Think about this, right? Your subconscious mind is programmed, right? Is programmed from everything you've been hearing your entire life. 97 to 99% of your thoughts, etc., are coming from the subconscious mind, and it's on autopilot. So that means honestly, most likely you're programmed to be negative. You're programmed to say, why is he yelling? Just kidding. You're programmed, right, to be poor. You're programmed to not make money. So what do we got to do then, right? What do we got to do then? Well, think about this. How are you going to be able to rewrite the program in your head by just saying positive things when your mind is programmed to say 97% of negative things? So just saying affirmations is not enough. And I'm going to tell you what I changed for me to go from not believing in myself to going all the way to Chairman 50 like that. Because the easiest thing I've ever done was make 6 and 7 figures. The easiest thing I've ever done was actually hit Chairman. The hardest thing that I've ever done was get myself to believe that I could do it, right? To believe that I could do it. It's easy to hit Chairman. It's hard to believe that you can do it. And there's a difference. And so what I did is it wasn't just the positive affirmations. I started practicing blocking negative thoughts. Now, think about that. If 97%, 99% of your thoughts are negative, if you can block as many as possible, now those affirmations are able to come to the front and you're able to start rewriting the program. See, most of us, what we do is we only think about thinking positive, but we don't think about blocking the negative energy, right? And you always hear successful people saying, protect your energy, right? So protecting your energy means protect your thoughts. Stop and block out negativity, block out negative things, right? Write this down. Problems need energy to grow. Write that down. Problems need energy to grow. And so what you got to start doing is you've got to have some type of countdown or some type of word that is going to change your thought when you're thinking negative. Because here's the thing. I'm thinking negative all the time. Just going to be honest. It's not about, right? It's not about not thinking negative at all. It's about stopping how long you're thinking negatively, right? Meaning most of us, we're thinking negative for 30 minutes and we don't even know we're doing it. What you want to do is start saying things, right? Like, like, let me think. Will you, like, abort. That's what I would do. I'd be like, abort thought, right? That's what I would do if I was you, okay? That's how I would do it. Now, with that part being said, okay, then, or say 1, 2, 3, 4, and change your mind, or whatever it is, all right? How is the money made, big boy? Get to the point. Man, who's Sweetie? Sweetie, we love you. No, you guys are good. Don't worry. I love haters. You're my favorite. You guys, you don't even got to spam the chat box. Trust me, I love that shit. So I love you guys. I appreciate it. Sweetie, are you broke? Probably. So I'm just saying, man, love you. Honestly, Sweetie, if you want, we can put you on here as well. I'll give you a host and you can just train us. So cool. Let's get it. Now, the next thing I want to go over, right, is building how to build a very good culture. Now, you guys have a great culture, but what I want to teach you is how you can move in unison, how you can move, right? How you can move like militantly, right? How you can move like the military. So write this down really quick. A small group of people can do amazing things. A small group of people can do amazing things. Write that down, okay? A small group of people can do amazing things. So what does that mean? When I'm going through and I'm wanting to recreate a culture, it's not about getting the masses, right? It's not about trying to talk to everyone. It's not that. That's what a lot of us think, and we fail there. All you've got to do is understand that you've got to communicate what you want to a small group of people, because at the end of the day, think about it. You do not have influence over your entire organization the way you think, right? If you have an organization of 4,000 people like me, right, you're not going to be influencing all of them. In fact, you're only influencing a couple of leaders, and those leaders are influencing other people, and so on, and it goes through all the way down to the bottom. And so what happens is that some leaders are giving other people, your leaders are giving their leaders permission, right, to be led by you. I hope this makes sense. Your leaders, right, are giving their leaders permission to be led by you. So what does that mean? If you're able to talk to just your leaders, you're able to execute a lot of things because it will then duplicate to the bottom. See, what a lot of us do is we try to go into a chat room and get the whole chat room to do what we want. We try to go announce to everyone what we want and we wonder why it's not working. It's because you cannot hold a large group of people accountable, but you can hold your top leaders accountable, right? And if you understand this, all you got to do is say, for example, you make a small group chat, you add a couple of your leaders, let's just say 10, 12. If you have a smaller team, 3. All right, but think about this. Let's just say you have an organization of 500 people, right? Organization of 500 people, right? Now, if you have an organization of 500 people and you're all out, let's just say a convention, right? I could write in the chat box, everyone give high energy, but no one's going to do that. So I can go write the 20 leaders and say, hey, you guys, right? When Sarah's done speaking, I want everybody to stand up and start screaming their asses off. Make sure your leaders know what we're about to do. And now what I'm going to do is hold those 20 accountable, okay? And now I'm able to move militant because I'm going to hold those 20 accountable. Those 20 are going to hold their 20 accountable and so on. We know this. It's obvious when it comes to duplication, but we don't actually think like this. And if you guys watch the ATMs and all this other stuff, you'll see that everything we do is deliberate. When they're yelling and they're screaming, it's planned. It's not just random, okay? It's planned. It's sent in a chat box. Yo, we're gonna start standing up and screaming right when the speaker's done speaking, and it's executed like that. So understand a small group of people can do amazing things. Learn to move militant. Write that down. Learn to move militant, okay? Learn to move militant. Learn to move and execute in a small group. Now, the next thing you want to write down, right, is setting the correct expectations. Now, I always hear a lot of people complaining about their team, right? My team's not showing up. They're low energy. They're this. And we all know what we don't want from our team, right? We're always like, I don't like this, I don't like that. And your team is giving you what you've asked them, right? And what I mean by that is have you set the expectations for what you want out of your team? See, most of us, we don't realize that our team is going to do anything that we ask them to do, but we haven't set an expectation for them to do it. So it's not their fault if they're not using pen and pads. It's not their fault if their cameras are not turned on webinars. It's not their fault. It's the leader's fault because you did not set the expectation for your team, right? It should be an expectation that on our team, we always have our cameras on. On our team, we're always showing up early, right? On our team, that is what you do, is you set that expectation. Write this down. The expectation becomes the law, right? The expectation becomes the law, right? Now think about it. If you're speeding, right? You're speeding, you know that you're speeding and you might break the rule, but you're going to be like, maybe I should slow down. Maybe I shouldn't do this. It's in your mind, it's programmed, right? For you to be thinking, maybe I shouldn't speed because the expectation or the law was set. And so now you're more likely to follow the rules, right? So my thing is don't just know what you don't want from your team. Start setting the expectations for the things that you do want, right? Start writing down what do you see inside your head, right? If you want to hit chairman, we always say, what does chairman look like? It feels like a lot of people are screaming. I see them, they're screaming when I'm speaking on stage. I see all these people standing there, right? I'm making all this money. I'm in the chairman section, blah, blah, blah. That's good, but go deeper into that. Go deeper into that vision, because if there's people screaming, what does that mean? That means on your team, there's a high level of energy. So that's the expectation that you have to write down, okay? So think about what I'm telling you right now. You've got to go through and think about the vision. Think about the team that you're wanting to have. What is that perfect team at chairman? What are they acting like? What are they sounding like? How are they moving? Are they bringing in big leaders, etc.? If the answer is yes, right? I just had a clicky moment. Ooh. If the answer is yes, right? Then hold on, I got to write something down. Sorry. I just had a clicky moment. Man, that was good. Sorry, I was writing down something for myself. Sorry, guys. So if the answer is right, my team looks like this inside my head. This is what my team looks like, you know, when at chairman. This is what it looks like at chairman 25, etc. Think about that. Then what you do is you go write it down. Write down those expectations. Then what you do is you go to your top leaders, the small group of people, and you say to them, this is the expectations, right? This is what I want to bring in and add to our team. And that is how you're going to create the culture, is the expectations, right? And the best time to set the expectations, right, is in the launch, is right when the new member is coming in. Think about this, right? It's going to be hard to change an entire organization. It's going to be hard to change an entire team of 1,000 people, right? Because they've already been around. They know, they already know what to expect, or whatever it is. They're already part of that environment. But the newer member does not know what they do not know. So when they're coming in, you can set the expectation for whatever you want, and they're going to have to believe it. And so if you set the expectation in the launch process right when they're coming in, that's where you're actually creating the culture, right? So now when they're coming in, think about this. On our team, we move quickly. On our team, we hit P150 within the first 72 hours, right? On our team, right, everybody trades. On our team, everybody builds, right? What you're already doing is you're programming them to start doing exactly what you're wanting them to do right when they're coming in. And the problem is most of us are not doing that. So when they're coming in, we are wondering why it is that they're not doing the things that we want, and they are doing the things that we want, right? Which we didn't tell them to do anything. Think about that, right? So think about this, my last example on this. If you were to go and get a personal trainer, and the personal trainer is just sitting there watching you. You're working, you're like, okay, let me just pick up a dumbbell. Let me just go get on the treadmill. And you're gonna be looking at the personal trainer like are you gonna say something? And then the personal trainer's like, no, don't do that. I don't like that, right? Well, it's like, okay, well then tell me what to do then, right? So think about that. That is what we're doing when people are coming in. What you're expecting from a personal trainer is you're expecting an expectation. You're expecting a goal and an outcome. You're expecting some type of blueprint and game plan, right? So if you have a good personal trainer, they're going to ask you, what's your goal? Think about that. And we're going to say the same thing, because success is spiritual, and it's going to be the same journey as having a personal trainer. It's going to be like, okay, cool, I have a personal trainer. I want to have a six-pack. I want to lose weight. And they're going to then reverse engineer the goal and start saying, in order for you to get a six-pack, right, and lose weight, we're going to have to do 20 minutes of cardio in the beginning. We're going to have to do a whole bunch of sit-ups, etc. And then at the end of blah, 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 we're going to have to do this for about 8 months. This is going to be your eating plan, or your health plan, your eating plan, your diet, etc. And that's going to lead it to the six-pack. But we don't think like this when it comes to mentorship, okay? Hopefully this is making sense, all right? Now, the next thing is what, and then I'm done with the culture part for now, but once you set these expectations, you must be consistent, all right? You must be consistent. If you were to write a law, right? I mean, if you were to look at the government and they were to not enforce the speed limit, all right? If they were to not enforce the speed limit, you're going to speed all the time. It might say, go, I don't think y'all do miles per hour, but y'all get my point. It might say, do 75 miles per hour, right? But you're going to be like, well, no one's going to pull me the fuck over, so who cares? So you can sit there and say, right, this is the expectation, but if you're not consistent, it's not going to become the law. So you have to be consistent and enforcing it. And the expectations must be written down for you as the leader, so you can remind yourself every day of what rules and expectations you want to be enforcing to your team, okay? And then the last thing is being energetic, being high energy. Think about this. Money vibrates on a high level of energy. Think about that. Money vibrates on a very high level of energy. So now if you think about what's momentum? People vibrating a high level of energy. So now you got to be thinking, what is chairman? Chairman is people vibrating a high level of energy, which is momentum. And then it only makes sense to be making a lot of money because all of it's a high level of energy. So think about this, right? When you go to an event, and I mean, if y'all been to an event, I mean, Germany, y'all lit. So you probably every day is like event day for y'all probably, right? It probably just feels like an event up in fucking Germany. But when you guys go to an event, right? And you leave the event and you're feeling like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm motivated. I'm ready to kill it. You're vibrating high. The vision's so clear. I'm going to go kill it. I'm going to kill it. Right. But then think about it. Once you leave the next day, you're not as motivated. You're still up there, but you're not as motivated. And then a week goes by, it's way less motivated. 3 months go by, you're like, fuck, I need to get to another event. Right. So think about that. Now, the question is why were you vibrating so high at that event? Have you guys ever realized that when the chairman go up and speak, and this is something I just learned by watching, is they always say, everyone stand up. And you're at the event like, fuck, man, you know, like I feel like I'm doing squats. You're standing, they're like, everyone stand up and yell. And you're like, I don't really feel like doing this shit, but whatever. Every chairman does that. And the reason why they're doing that, and this is what I realize is that they need everybody in the room to raise to their level of vibration before they can even speak, because like attracts like, and rather they know it or not, they're having to bring everyone up to their level of energy before they can start speaking to everyone. That is why these chairmen do that. Now think about this. The reason why you're leaving on a high level of energy is because the chairmans were making you stand up and feel their energy. So you literally are leaving feeling like a chairman because you are literally getting trained by chairman. You are screaming, you're standing up, and you got their energy, right? So now you got to be thinking, okay, how do I keep that energy forever? How do I keep that energy forever? And the answer is going to be creating a culture of high fucking energy, creating a culture of positivity, creating a culture where even if there's not an event, right, and you're inside a house together, etc., the house is going to, if there's 5 people in there, it's high energy. It's not going to always feel like the event, of course, but we can at least replicate that to create as much consistent energy as possible, consistent momentum as possible. This is the key to momentum, right? Now let's go into, right, creating, how to create ranks, right? How to create ranks, right? So the first one was how to build culture. The next one's how to create ranks. Now, what you've got to do is you've got to establish a culture of grind, okay? You've got to establish a culture of grind. So when everyone's meeting up, in this high level of energy, grind sessions and stuff, right? Okay. What you got to do is make sure that everyone's grinding. So think about this. Most people don't want to go talk to people, etc. Your job by being high energy is to make it fun, right? It's to make it fun, because what's going to happen is you're literally going to make it. Drake's high level of energy. Hell yeah. He's right there on the call, right? He literally did a call right now. So what's going to happen is you've got to make it fun for people to want to grind, because if the power of people wanting to grind is insane. Okay. If you were to go to Dallas, Texas, the Dallas Walking ATM squad, right? They're so programmed to grind and they love it. They're programmed to be like, yo, just did another call, did another call, did another call, did another call. They're programmed for that to be fun. And so if you get this going, think about it. Imagine having a whole organization where around the world, everybody's packing out houses and slamming calls. And not only are they doing it, right, just doing calls, but they're enjoying doing it, right? Think about the level of momentum you create by establishing a high level of energy with a culture of grind. So what you got to do is set the expectation of the grind before people get there, okay? You don't have to write it down on a board. Your job as a leader is to be aware and enforce those expectations. And you make it fun. So for example, everyone's sitting around, blah, 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 right? Yo, bro, let's smash calls real quick. Yo, bro, what are you doing right now? Yo, you don't grind. Go write 10 people really quick, right? Once you're doing that, you're creating that culture. And then what's going to happen is, now let's just say you have 3 leaders helping you, right? Yo, now you're in the chat box. There's 10 people in the room. There's 10 people in the room, but you got 3 leaders. What I'm going to do is, let's just say it's Sarah, Robin, and Drake, right? I'm going to go, hey, what's up, Robin? What's up, Sarah? Drake. Yo, so there's 10 people here right now, right? Let's make sure everyone's grinding. Let's go ahead and say to them, we're all going to write 10 people, right? We're all going to make 3 calls today, right? What's going to happen is those 3 people are going to go up to the 7 and influence them to do it. It's that simple. So create that culture of grind, right? The next thing is create the power of now, right? The power of now is where momentum is. The power of now is how you create ranks. And what I mean by that is the best time to do anything is now. Think about this. What is momentum? Momentum is a whole bunch of people signing up right this second. That's momentum. It's nonstop signups happening very quickly. But what a lot of us do is, think about this. When people are joining our organization, what we're typically doing is they sign up, all right? And then we might say, hey, you know what? I'll launch you tomorrow. I'll launch you in a couple of hours, right? We can do the product setup in a little bit, all right? You put all that work in to sign them up. But the problem is you didn't understand the power of now, because momentum is in the now. Think about this. What is momentum? Reverse engineer that. Reverse engineer it. Momentum is excitement, right? So now, if you know what momentum is excitement, right? Think about this. You've got to be asking yourself, what creates excitement? Because if you can find out what creates excitement, then you can always be in momentum. So what creates excitement? This is what I've realized. Excitement's going to be, right? Number 1 for sure is the newer fucking member. That is excitement, AKA momentum. 2 is going to be people hitting ranks, right? When people hit ranks, that's momentum, and they're excited. The team's excited because they hit the rank, and they're excited because they hit the rank, right? So excitement is in hitting ranks as well. Now, with that part being said, the other one could be promos or incentives, right? Promos or incentives. That also creates excitement. And creating a culture of excitement, which is going to be the high level of energy. Now, the weakest one out of all of those is going to be the incentives, right? The incentives is the weakest level of excitement. The strongest ones is going to be the culture of excitement, the hitting ranks, and the newer member. Now, write this down. Momentum is created at the bottom, okay? It's created at the bottom of your organization. Why? Because the newer member is excited. Now think about this. If the newer member is momentum, right, and momentum is excitement, so the newer member is excited, then we've got to be thinking, why would we not launch or start building with that newer member the second that they come in? Think about that. If they come in, if they're coming in excited, why would you wait one more day? Why would you wait one more hour? They're excited right now, so that's what you want to take advantage of, the power of now. They're excited right now, so start taprooting immediately. Start having them call through people immediately. Get the power, the power 10 list immediately, and you immediately start moving. Understand what I'm teaching you is beyond powerful right now, right? So the other thing is you set an expectation of when you want them to hit, right, P150. That's on you guys to do it, but the whole team needs to be on the same page for it, right? So you've got to do P150 within, let's just say, 7 days, or P150 within 72 hours. The other thing that we like to do is score in 24, right? Score in 24, right? One sign up in 24 hours, all right? So that's going to also take advantage of the newer member, right, being in momentum. So that's what you want to be thinking. The next thing I have written down here as well is going to be become a P150 factory. So on my chairman run, all right, what I really realized was I was like, what rank is it the simplest to hit, all right, the simplest to hit that is going to create excitement. And it's yes, we could do 2 and free, but my mentality was, I don't want to do 2 and free and stop there when we could just get one more person at least. P150, right? P150 is 3 people. So I knew that if you become a P150 factory, you are then going to be, by law, you're going to hit, right? Chairman, a lot of us are like, we got to become, a P1K factory, a P2K factory. Well, here's my logic. If you're creating P150s, you're naturally going to create P600s, which are naturally going to create P1Ks, which are naturally going to create P2Ks, which can create P5Ks, and then you're going to become the chairman. So get great at creating P150s, and remember, momentum's at the bottom, all right? So if you're cracking P150s, right, you're in momentum at all times because that's the best rank, because that's the most excited rank. Think about that. And since ranks create momentum, you're always smashing the most simple rank over and over and over again. P150, P150, P150. You've got to make sure you're doing P150 flyers and all of that as well, right? Do P150 flyers and make them feel excited for hitting that, right? Make them feel excited for hitting that, okay? So become a P150 factory. The next thing I have written down here, right, is teaching phase 1, not mindset, right? Now, why do I say this? The reason why I'm saying this is because we all know mindset's important. In fact, when I got on the call, I said, yo, it's about the mindset, right? Not the skill set. So now it can sound contradicting, I'm aware. Now, what I want you to understand is that I think we can all agree that most people are going to quit within their first month to 3 months tops, right? Most people are. So now my next thing is if they're going to quit, why would I spend time teaching the mindset, right? What I want to be doing is I want to be teaching them how to duplicate right away. Now, what I can do is an overachiever is naturally going to go get on YouTube, right? So what I can do is I can autopilot the mindset, and I tell them, right, get on this YouTube, make sure you're watching this, make sure you're doing that, right? So that's going to be on autopilot. I can have that doing the work for me, having them do their mindset if they're an overachiever. Meanwhile, I'm teaching them the skill set on how to build their organization. And the reason why I want to do this is because learning mindset is an activity, but phase 1 is productivity, and productivity is producing. And if you're producing, you're creating ranks. So here's my thing. I don't want to be teaching them activities because I'm going to assume that they're going to quit. I'm always assuming people are going to quit. No matter what, it's not to be negative. It's for me to have a pace in my head. It's for me to set the pace for myself as a leader to move very quickly, to move very efficiently and effectively, right? So my point is if I'm assuming everyone's going to quit, I'm thinking, how fast can I get this person a P150, right? How fast can I get through this person before they quit? Now, guess what? If I get very good at thinking this way and moving this way, and I continue to help these people get to P150 by assuming that they're going to quit, they actually won't quit because they got the result of P150. So it's a win-win situation, right? So again, what most of us do is when people start signing up, we get in the habit of teaching so much mindset to them. And so what are we getting from them? We're getting a personally developed person that's not actually producing and taking massive action. We get people taking massive mindset action, but there's no movement. We want to go and taproot and move immediately, okay? So autopilot the mindset and allowing and have your P5Ks and your chairman should be teaching the most mindset. I'm not going to say don't ever teach mindset, all right? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying be aware, be efficient, okay, with how you're doing it, because most people are teaching so much mindset and they're wondering why their team's not in phase 1. It's because you're getting what you're teaching, all right? You're getting what you're teaching, okay? Perfect. So that's going to be what I have for creating the ranks, power of now, momentum is in the launch. Oh, momentum is in the launch, right? Momentum is in the launch and set the pace as a leader, right? So if momentum is in the launch, right, that's when we want to taproot as well. So you can also make another tab right now of taprooting, okay? Taprooting, right? That's going to be the next subject as well, okay? So taprooting. When is the best time to taproot? Well, when I tell you the best time to do anything is now, right? The best time to do anything is now. And so we want to taproot right now because the newer member is excited. Now, what we like to do, and this is going to be fucking nuggets for you right now, okay? You want them to make a launch post, all right? Now, a launch post, think about this. So many people, just because you signed the fuck up does not mean that you are all in. Think about that. You just signed up, but that doesn't mean you actually committed. That means you've sent some money in, but you're still hesitant on doing anything. But guess what? If you get them to make a launch post on Instagram telling the whole fucking world that they just launched a new business, they have to go all in at that point because they're going to look stupid now if they don't. So right up the gate, right, you're already getting this newer member to go all in. And guess what? These people are going to be coachable in the beginning, right? Because the newer member does not know what they do not know. So that's when they're coachable. If you wait a day, they're less coachable because now they're thinking people buy with emotion and they justify with logic. So when they sign up and they bought with emotion, I want to take advantage of that emotion, which is momentum, because after a day, they're not going to be as excited and they might go ghost, they might disappear, or they might not want to make a launch post. They're second guessing themselves immediately. So what I want to do is have that launch post right away. Now, guess what? Once they make their launch post, you guys go and you drop it into a chat room. New member just made their launch post, right? And you have the whole Germany fucking squad like that post up, which is now going to give that person credibility, right? It's now going to give that individual credibility. So now they are now going out there saying, I'm all fucking in. And the next thing that they're doing is that you're going through and giving them credibility, right? By them launching their business. Now, what else am I about to teach you? Okay? Because remember, we're talking about taprooting. Now, what you're going to do is once you blow up that post, you're going to go to their likes and comments, right? And you're going to see a whole bunch of people that are in IM, right? Everyone on your team is going to be, but the key is who is not in IM that liked or commented on that picture. Because why would that person like their business post? You already got into that newer members market right out the gate, because now you're going to have 10, 20, 5, doesn't matter, people that somehow or for whatever reason like that picture or commented on it. And so now the odds are very great that that person is also going to be interested in the business, right? And now you're able to go through that person's market, right? With or without them right out the fucking gate. Right out the fucking gate, you're already tapping into their market. And so you can go through and follow those people, etc. Now what's going to happen is think about this. If you're able to start following those people that like that post, because here's my thing. When I first started out, what I really realized is I had that you have to outwork your team. Meaning I'm going to do most of the work, right? So most of us, we're hoping that newer member is going to go talk to people. I'm going to assume that they're not going to still. And so once I go through that list of likes and comments, if I go follow those people and I start talking to them and I start doing the work for that newer member, what I can now do is say, hypothetically, let's just say Sarah's my new member and Sarah has Bob that liked her picture and Bob's not on the team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building a relationship with Bob. And I'm not going to say anything about Sarah. And then what I'm going to do is later on, I might be like, oh, yo, Bob, that's crazy. You know Sarah? Sarah's actually killing it in my business right now. She just launched. Now what's that going to do? That is now going to make that person, right, want to sign up or more likely to sign up because people must trust other people. People have to trust you to sign up. And so since they don't know me, but Bob knows Sarah, okay, I can now say, yo, Bob, you know Sarah? Sarah's actually in the business as well. We should all fucking talk. And so now I call this reverse taproot, because what I'm doing is I'm actually sending Bob to go talk to Sarah, all right, and having Sarah help close it out instead of the upline closing out. Man, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying right now, because I'm giving you fucking gas, all right? This is how you build, all right? I'm telling you, y'all are gonna learn this shit on fucking GoPro, all right? I'm telling you. This is how you really fucking build, all right? Like the real shit, not that. Like, you know, if I send you a video where you watch it, fuck no. No one's gonna, sorry, my bad. No one's gonna watch it, all right? You gotta be thinking strategically. You gotta be thinking strategically, right? So that's how you're gonna do that. Now the next thing is, I wanna get a top 10 launch. I wanna get a top 10 or a top 10 list, right? On that top 10 list, okay? Again, I'm talking about the launch process still, because momentum is in the launch and taprooting is in the launch, right? So I wanna get the top 10 list. Now, in that top 10 list, what I want to do is I'm just going to be like this. Yo, hey, Sarah, so you want to know what? I know that, you know, you probably don't want to talk to people or whatever, right? But here's my thing. At the end of the day, right, you signed up. You told me that your why was that you want to retire your mom. And for you to retire your mom, okay, you're going to have to make money. And so at the end of the day, your why is there to help you do things, and you're going to be uncomfortable, but success is outside your comfort zone. So with that part being said, I know that you don't want to talk to people, but you're going to need to, so that way you don't quit on your why, right? And because I know you're not going to want to pay the auto ship. So that part being said, Sarah, right, I want you to go ahead, give me a list of about 10 people that we can talk to, right? And I will help you, right, talk to these people. Now, I used to hate when people would teach me shit and it sounded great until it went down, right? And so, for example, right, of course, in person, this is easy. Yo, you can make calls right on the spot. You can have to make calls right on the spot right in front of you. Or what you can, but online, I'm sorry, if this person lives an hour away, 2 hours away, what do? Well, a lot of people don't take advantage of Zoom. You call them, you put them on Zoom, and you have to make the fucking call on speakerphone right in front of you. Why do we do that? Because let's think about this. Do you really believe that people are going through their list the way they say they are? No, they're not. Because they can lie to you. They can tell you, yo, I talked to these people, even though they don't want to. They said that they're interested, right? Or they said that maybe later. But are you sure they even talked to them? So what do I want to do? I want to watch the productivity. Think about this. Why do jobs have offices? It's so that they can track and help their people produce, so they can set the pace and watch. So what you want to do is understand that within the first couple of days that this individual is probably going to quit. Remember, that's always my mentality. So right at the gate, I want to do about 1 to 3 calls. About 1 to 3 calls right out the gate, right there on the launch, right? If you want, you can literally go YouTube, right? The perfect invite, or if you guys have a video, you have them watch the video, all right, on how to do the perfect invite, and then you literally have them watch it right in front of you, or you stream it for them, okay? After they watch it, you're still on Zoom with them, and you have them make the call right on the spot in the launch, right? Because if you do it now, they'll do it. But tomorrow, they might hide from you. Now, what most people do is say, well, Cash, if we do this, this might scare them away. This might scare them off, right? And my thing is that they're going to quit anyways. So if they're scared off by that, they're going to be scared off in the future anyways. So I might as well get one before they quit. I might as well get through the market before they quit. This is going to be how you taproot. Now, the next thing I want you to be thinking is marketing is seduction. Write that down. Marketing is seduction. We're not in the sales business. We're in the seduction business. And the sooner you understand that, the fucking faster you're going to blow the fuck up. All right? Write it down. This is the most powerful training I ever teach is marketing is seduction, right? Why? Because what is seduction? Seduction is you're essentially marketing yourself. You're not selling yourself, right? You're marketing yourself. Seduction, you're getting someone to be interested in you. That's seduction. Now, when it comes to this, we're getting someone we're piquing interest, which means getting them interested in the business. Now, here's my thing. If you understand seduction, let's look at it like this. If you're a guy or a girl or whatever, let's think, guys, if you're going to go write a woman, right? You're not going to just say right out the gate, can I have your number? No, they'll be like, are you fucking stupid? Right? What are you going to do? You're going to start a conversation. You might comment on one of their stories to build a little bit of what? Rapport, okay? Then you start maybe flirting a little bit, whatever it is, asking them questions. And at the end of the day, you have a mentality, you have an intention, you have a game plan, right? To at some point get the number, okay? Think about that. So you're going in there with the intention to get the number. And so what you do is you steer the conversation the way you want it to go until the time is right for you to ask for the number, okay? And it's no different with this. Everyone's always like, Cash, when should I send them the video? When should I bring up business? And I always say, when do you ask a guy or a girl for their number? Is it at the end? Is it at the beginning? Is it in the middle? And the answer is when it feels right. That's the answer. Okay, so it's no different with seduction, right? With this business. So what I'm going to do is if I look at it like seduction, I'm then going to write somebody, oh, yo, like that's funny as hell, blah, 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 on their story. And then after that, I start gearing the conversation, steering the conversation the way I want to go with the intent to pique their interest for me to send them the video and to get them to watch it. Think about that. Now, here's the other thing. Nobody wants a guy or a girl that's all thirsty, right? So then you're in your inbox acting thirsty. That actually turns you off, right? It's not seduction, right? It's not going to seduce you. So you've got to be thinking like that. So what I want to do when I'm writing someone for business is I don't want to act thirsty. I want to act as if I'm the one in control. And what do? Write this down. You need to act as if you lose $100 or you have to pay $100 or $1,000 every time you send your link out. Every time you send the video out, it costs you money. Okay? Do you want to know why I'm saying that? It's because a lot of y'all can't fucking wait to send someone the video. You're acting thirsty as fuck and you're just sending the video out, right? You're sending the video out. You're being thirsty. You're not seducing. You're acting thirsty and these people can feel it. But if it costs you fucking $100, you're going to be thinking, yo, bro, all right, listen, just so you know, all right, I'm not sending you this fucking video unless you watch it, okay? So with that part being said, okay, when is your schedule open? When are you free to sit down and watch this video? Because a lot of you, what you're doing is you know that you need to make them watch the video right now. They tell you, I can watch it later tonight, and you send them the video anyways, right? You're like, okay, cool, right, hit me up later tonight. But what if they don't? Then you just lost $1,000. So if you think about it the way I'm teaching you, you are now going to, right, do it the correct way. Start teaching yourself to think like that, right? You've got to start thinking like a chairman. You've got to start acting as if you're seducing someone online or offline or whatever, you're acting like an alpha, right? You're going to be confident. You're going to act confident. You're going to be moving that way. With this, you've got to be acting like a chairman. You've got to be acting confident. Because think about this. If you're making, right, $50,000, $70,000 a month, are you going to give a fuck if someone signs up? No, you're going to be like, honestly, I have an organization of 4,000 people. I'm getting paid $70,000 a month. Honestly, I'm busy as fuck right now. Okay. So don't waste my fucking time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the video. You better watch that shit. After that, we're going to get on a fucking call and I'm going to close you the fuck out. My bad. Sorry guys. But that's what I'll be thinking. All right. So that's how you got to be thinking about it. Now, the other thing is use your people when you're taprooting as well. Use your people, right? Think of them as wingmans, right? What's a wingman? Someone that helps you get the girl. Now think about this. Sarah with Bob. What am I doing with Sarah and Bob? I'm having Sarah be the wingman to close Bob out for me. So think about it. I'm having Sarah be the wingman. This is seduction. My last thing I want to say is this, right? Or my last point on this is this, right? Think about this as well. What does your Instagram look like? Right? A lot of you are trying to sell a dream, but your Instagram looks like a fucking nightmare, right? And so I'm just like, why the fuck would I sign up with you, pay $325, all right, to sign up with you when your shit looked like you have never taken a picture in your life, all right? You can put down no value. Who the fuck are you for me to sign up? Write this down, right? The close happens in the beginning. Write that down. The close happens in the beginning. Now, that means that the second someone sees we're in the pickup industry, Jesus, you're funny. The second someone sees you on Instagram, they're already thinking about if they're going to sign up with you or not before you even fucking approach them about the business. Their subconscious mind is already judging who you are, okay? Now, if we're thinking about this as seduction, I want you to, guys, let's think about this, or girls. You got this fine ass guy or girl. They follow you, right? And why do you know they're fine? Because you see it in the profile picture. They're looking sexy as hell, right? Now what happens is you click on their profile, all right? And they got one picture. They got one picture on there. And now you're thinking, is she a catfish? Is she real, right? You're over here like, I need to scroll. I need to make sure this shit is real, right? Guys, am I tripping or not? Like, girls said that you like, he got 6 packs and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you got to scroll a little bit. Like, I don't know about y'all. I need to go through like 90 pictures to make sure this shit real. I'm going to go over to like the tag photos, all that shit. Like, yo, this person got friends. Y'all see, oh my God, you killing me. I'm just being honest. So what's my point? Is it any different with business? Some of y'all got 13 pictures. And you like, why is no one signing up with me? Because you look like a fucking business catfish, okay? Now think about this, right? If the thing that got your attention was a sexy profile picture, is your profile picture sexy when it comes to business? Does it look professional? Is it catchy? Is it clean? Is it popping out, right? I'm really teaching you the fucking secrets to success, the shit that I really wish someone would have taught me. All right, I'm almost done here, right? I don't want to go too long on this training, but I hope you guys are getting value because I'm giving you like my all right now, all right? I'm trying to get as much out as possible. So make sure you're moving quickly when you're taprooting, all right? Make sure you're moving quickly when you're taprooting. You guys, overall, all right? Now, overall, with everything we just went over, all right? No one's going to help you. No one's going to get you to chairman other than you. You've got to understand that. No one's going to get you to chairman other than you. And a lot of us, we're not going out and talking to people the way we know we need to, right? Think about this, right? Are you really talking, like, are you truly grinding to the best of your abilities? Are you talking to a lot of people, or do you think that you're talking to a lot of people? There's a really big difference. And a lot of us, we think that we are. And so what you also got to start doing is, the goal is not to go out. I love you too. The goal is not to go out and write 100 people a day, because we can write 100 people a day, but get no calls out of it. And that's not going to give us anything. The goal is to get a result. The result is going to be, how many people can I get on a call every day? That's how you track your success. Don't have the goal of writing 100 people. That's action. That's just a whole bunch of action. We want productivity. Productivity is, how many people can I get on a call? If you start thinking like that, watch your results begin to change, right? 3 to 5. If you get 3 to 5 people on a call every day, you're going to hit fucking chairman for sure. Okay. Like, if you do this nonstop, there's no way you can tell me you're not going to. All right. Because, and a lot of us, this is what a lot of us think as well. A lot of us, we think that we're doing something wrong, or whatever it is, it's not working. And we haven't even been doing something long enough to get a fucking result, okay? Some of us, we thought we talked to 100 people, but we only talked to 10. All 10 said no, and now we're like, I'm doing something wrong. This isn't working. Everyone's gonna get a no. Everyone's gonna get multiple no's. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're just not giving it the right amount of time. Okay, so understand that many of you have not done enough to get a result. You've got to do enough to get the result that you're wanting, right? So you guys, when it comes down to hitting chairman, all right, I'm on my last 10 minutes here, okay? When it comes down to hitting chairman, you've got to have the chairman mindset. You've got to embody chairman. You've got to wake up and feel like a chairman. And that's not just about your mentality. It's you got to dress clean. I'm dying right now. I need a haircut. I don't know how I got this cut on my head. That's not here nor there, right? But I'm just saying that you've got to be clean as hell, all right? I paid $30,000 for my mouth just now, right? I've got my eyebrows are microbladed, right? Guys be like, yo, that's gay. I don't give a fuck, right? I want to look good, all right? I pay every single 3 to 4 days. I'm usually getting a haircut. I got coming in nonstop. I want to feel good. Okay, I want to feel good. I want to look good. I be getting my fucking face done. I paid $3,000 in Dallas, about to go get my face done. Right, called the vampire fucking facelift and shit. I don't know. Kim Kardashian. Shout out to them. What is my point? Thanks, man. My eyebrows are pretty lit. What's my point? I'm always looking for the feeling of abundance. I'm looking to feel good. I want to embody chairman. It's not just a mindset. Some of you are wondering why you don't feel good because you don't feel sexy today. You don't feel great today. You're in sweats. You feel lazy and you're trying to not feel lazy, but you're wearing sweats. So embody that. You guys, I never thought I would actually hit chairman. All right. I never thought I would actually hit chairman. And I sincerely fucking mean that. And so I want you guys to understand that that faith, right, is taking massive action, okay? Faith is not, it does not matter how much you believe in yourself, etc. It matters if you're taking action because you can have faith of a mustard seed and you make it to chairman. Why? Because as long as you're taking action, right, you are working your way there. If you're doubting yourself, yeah, of course, that sucks. But a lot of us, we get stressed because we're doubting and we know about law of attraction. And then we get stressed about our doubt. We're doubting ourselves even more because we're doubting, right? And now we're in this big mental rut of stress because we doubted ourselves. And I want to let you off the hook because I used to think that way. And it's okay to be doubting, all right? I remember I used to watch people like me making all this money. And I'm like, that guy never doubts himself. That girl never doubts herself, right? I bet they're just always thinking positive. I think negative all the time. Like I said, I just stop it quicker. I doubt myself all the time, but I know that I just need to take action, right? I'm always uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable before I got on this call. I was like, I don't know where I want to start at. I don't know where I'm going to go. I felt a little awkward, just like everyone else would. I still feel nervous as a chairman. I'm telling you this because most chairmen act like they're the shit and you think that you can't think the same way as them because they're putting on a fucking front on how it is that they really feel. So I'm here to tell you as a chairman 50, right? I feel awkward sometimes. Sometimes I get scared. I get nervous. Okay. I feel uncomfortable. I doubt myself all the time. All right. That's okay. And so you've got to understand that as long as you're taking action, that's faith. Why? Because you would not be taking action if you really thought you would never make it. Think about that. Technically, you would never, ever, ever be taking action if you never thought you would get there. So yes, right? The 99% of your fucking brain might be saying you're not going to make it, but that fucking 1% is saying, what if? And I remember thinking, what if I make it to chairman? What if one day, right? And for 1 year in, I wasn't close. 2 years in, I wasn't close. 3 years in, I wasn't close, right? Then January 2019, my family died. My grandma, my sister, and my mom all died within the same couple of weeks, right? At the same time. lost all of them, and I was unranked, okay? Went to Vegas after I just buried my mom, all right? And then I go to Vegas, right, as a D-ranked P5000, and, right, little did I know, 4 months later, right, finally, Cash Cartier hit Chairman 10. Then a couple months later, Chairman 25. Couple months later, Chairman 50, right? All of a sudden, this big ass name in the company, everyone knows me with my little fucking dog, Crixus, who's right here, right? And now, right, I'm this person that you see. And the reason why is because I knew that one day, maybe I would hit Chairman. And I'm here to tell you right now that it's okay to doubt yourself. It's okay if you've got haters, right? Don't listen to your fucking haters, right? Listen to that voice inside in your head that's saying, what if I fucking make it, right? I'm a felon, okay? A lot of y'all, I don't know if you know, I went to prison when I was 18, got out of high school when I was 21, busting tables at a restaurant, started this, 25 years old, broke as hell, used to be homeless, right? All this other shit, came in here, right? I had a couple people like Sarah that believed in me, don't know why, all right? And now I'm looking at you in my penthouse. Jason Brown literally lives right there, all right? Right across from me. I went from being broke as fuck to living right across the street from my mentor. And what I'm telling you is that right now, make that decision to go all in on this business, take over Germany, and don't just take over fucking Germany, take over all of Europe, take over all the fucking United States too. Let's blow this shit the fuck up. I love all of you guys. I'll see you at the top because the bottom is way too fucking crowded. Let's get it. I love you, Germany. Let's go. Let me know if y'all need anything. Thank you so much for having me on this call. I'm gonna kick it back to you.
Let's go. Wow. Cash, that was great. Thank you so much. I took so many notes. I think all of our fingers are burning. I think everyone got so much out of this. Literally in our chat boxes, in our group chats, everyone is writing like this was the craziest chairman mentorship call which we ever had so far. And I also think this was by far the greatest call you've ever done for us here in Germany. So I really, really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. You see the energy in the chat. You see the energy here in Germany, and we would love to welcome you next year here in Germany on an event, and we're going to crush it together. I'm really, really excited. So thank you.